Well, once again, it's Tuesday morning. It's the Hotel Barracuda. I'm with our speaker, Shawn. Shawn, would you like to say a few words? Shawn Augustine, please say a couple of words. Hello.
Sure. I'm from a small rural town called Prineville, Oregon.
Whoa.
Yeah, very small town, maybe 12,000 people. Cowboy country.
Yeah.
Everybody carries a gun. It's a small town.
Oh, anyway, look, Shawn was here talking about motorbike survival here in Thailand, okay? And as usual, it's the expat club. It's Tuesday morning, Hotel Barracuda. After breakfast, we have this speaker, and my job is to do the interviews. So, but you spoke about initially your biking background, is that right?
Correct. I've been motorbiking and racing motorcycles since I was 5 years old.
Interesting.
Went from motorcycles to cars, but I still am a motorcycle guy in America.
Okay, so it's inside you. Okay,
it's
so
inside
anyway,
me.
and then you spoke about you here and you got into this accident.
Yes.
Just explain very briefly what that was.
We were traveling, my partner and I were traveling down Beach Road. I'm just having a great day. We weren't driving fast, maybe 30 kph. And we were on the inside lane. There was a couple on the outside lane, and they decided to turn left through me. So they caught the front of my bike. I went under the bike.
Whoa, you mentioned this.
And I was drugged, and that's why my leg was skinned up, and the damage was done to me and not to the bikes or to anyone else.
Yeah, really. So unlucky. I mean, in one way, good that you're still alive.
Yes.
You know, but you spoke about these broken ribs.
Yeah, I got 6 broken ribs.
That's the one.
Yeah, that was the worst. I had 15 stitches in my forehead.
Yeah.
Ripped the skin off. The skin is one thing.
Yeah.
It'll heal, but the ribs stick with you for a while.
Yes.
The first month is unbearable. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
If you've never had broken ribs, you never want them.
I know, and then and I shouldn't say this, but you came up with something that made me laugh.
Yeah.
You spoke about through all of this your sunglasses.
Yeah, I was really ticked. I had I think they're from 2002, 2004.
Right.
Pair of Wayfarers. They've been to 18 countries.
Interesting, eh?
And the arm broke off and slid up my forehead,
that's
and
the one that caused
that's what cut me.
Oh, okay.
So my sunglasses that I adore, but I still have them just without an arm.
Yeah, of course you got to keep them.
As a relic.
As a memento.
Yes,
okay,
that's right.
Anyway.
That's right.
And then,
survival.
Yes, but then you spoke about, I believe you're laying on the floor, these medics in orange outfits turned up. Is that right?
Right. Out of the blue, I want to say there was like 15. There's 15 guys in orange jumpsuits, and I had no idea who they were.
You don't know where they came from?
They came from across the street, I believe,
Interesting.
on the beach side.
Hey.
And I thought they were lifeguards, but I have never been able to find them again.
Yeah.
They came with medical bags. They poured water on me, got me ice. They bandaged me completely up. They even ran out of things, went and purchased and came back nothing.
But you were lucky, because one of the things I've found is when there's accidents, people stand around and look, but very few people go to help.
That's correct.
So you were very lucky.
Very lucky.
Interesting.
And these people, I couldn't say more for them. Whoever they are, if you know who they are, they're great people, and they did me right. You know, they're just,
fantastic.
it's Thai smiles. I tell you, they were all wonderful.
And then eventually the ambulance and the police turned up.
Right. It was about a 35-minute wait for the police, and then close to 2 hours for an ambulance.
Is that
so I sat there,
So you were lucky that the orange people were there. I've got to call them orange people.
And they stayed till the ambulance came.
Really good, mate.
You know, they didn't all stay, but like 3 or 4 of them stayed and kept me comfortable.
Yeah. The one reason I got to talk about me, because every time I see an accident, you see a few, I'm always first on the scene.
Right.
Because nobody helps.
Correct.
But one of the challenges is when you're first on the scene, they think you're part of the accident.
Correct.
So I've got to be
or
very
you're
careful.
Involved.
Yeah. So very, okay, so anyway. And then you spoke a little bit about your hospital experience.
Right. So the first hospital I went with the ambulance was the government hospital.
Okay.
Moang Pattaya Hospital.
Yes, yeah.
Now, I've been in hospitals like that before.
Right.
It's a bit archaic.
Okay.
Good people.
Yeah,
everybody. It's about care.
Yes.
It's not about comfort.
Yeah.
It's not about cappuccinos.
It's true.
It's not about fruit
true,
platters or waters. They don't really help you onto the bed. And I did get 15 stitches without any anesthesia in my forehead.
Yeah, I can believe it.
So
again, I've been in hospitals and you see it's just totally different.
Yeah, bare bones.
Yes.
It's about, hey, fixing you and get out.
That's it.
You know, but you know what? I'm thankful. They were excellent.
Yeah.
They took care of me on the first. You know, the scar was not bad. These people stitched me up. There were children in there with me.
I know.
Their kids were there.
I know.
It was bring your child to work day. It was great. You know.
I know.
So, but for me, I was okay. You know, I feel comfortable in all situations.
Yeah,
so.
no, you did. And then you got involved with the trying to sort out the accident and your police experience.
Right. So there was a couple of police experiences. The first one was that they seize your passport.
Right.
They impound all the vehicles.
Interesting. I never knew that.
They take them. So until it is settled, those bikes aren't released. So for the person who rented the other couple of bikes, she had to be there, the owner of that company.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So as we handled that, we went and they assess liability. So that's what they're determining there. They do not want it to go to the court. The police want to handle it here, assess liability, and then impose the fine. And what happened with me is they don't investigate for you. You know, my Thai partner, I have to thank her and her friend. They went down, got the CCTV video coverage. They come back 15 minutes later, they look at it, and it was over. It was all on videotape. Everything's on videotape. It's just that we're very lucky that the owner of the restaurant on Soi 9, Beach Road, Jomtien. Go visit her. I should have got her name, but she's excellent. She gave us the footage.
See, so you've touched lucky twice now, eh?
Too, yeah.
Really
so
good.
now I have to be good. Not too much luck.
No, I know. And then you spoke at your second hospital experience with the Bangkok hospital.
Correct. So after they assessed liability, okay, then they sent me back to get checked again.
Okay.
They want me to go. So I went to the original hospital, got x-rays again, went through the whole procedure. Then I went to Bangkok Hospital.
Okay.
Bangkok Hospital was a completely different experience. Night and day.
Yes.
Volkswagen Mercedes.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk in, they don't let you walk. They push you around. You have a guy assigned to you. They bring you water. All their outfits are creased. Beautiful ladies.
Yes.
There was gorgeous women, right? And they took care of you. Brought fruit platters.
Yes.
I didn't wait for anything. I went in, was in quickly, in with the doctor very fast. And then it felt like a high pressure, I'm buying a timeshare. But I'm going to die if I don't buy the timeshare.
It's true.
But without going into all the specifics, but I was told by the doctor that I must be admitted. It was going to be 10 days, minimum a $500 million.
This was the punctured lungs.
Said that I had a punctured lung, and he is the only one that said this. And then we had nurse 1 come in with the credit card reader.
Yeah.
The nurse 2 come in.
And you can see it on your feeling.
You're watching it, and then you see nurse 1 talking to the doctor in the hallway, like they're trying to get their game. They took my partner in the hallway and scared her to death. Said that you're not going to have a boyfriend anymore. Yeah. He's going to be gone. He's going to die. Yeah. And it was 5:30 in the evening. They may have got me if it was like 9 in the morning, but I know they're not going to do anything. Why do they need to admit me? Yeah. And if they did need to admit me, they would need to do something because it's life-threatening.
Yes.
Right. And so the doctor agreed, come in the morning. But now they had a conflict amongst themselves. Yes. Why did you tell him that? Right? Because... And so what I did is, I sent all my information. I had all the films. So this is the 3rd time I had films. Right. Sent them to my daughter.
You mentioned this.
Right. And so my daughter hangs with doctor friends, and lifelong friends. Yes. And they looked at them and were back with me in 10 minutes and said, do not have any surgeries. It's not required. Yeah. You're going to be hurting. We know you're hurting. You know. And so it was at ease. I don't beleaguer Bangkok Hospital. I think they're wonderful. It's a business.
It is a business.
It's just like a car dealership, and I recommend, don't take my advice, take your own doctor's advice. Yes. It's your health and you do what's right for yourself. I'm just telling my story. Yeah,
it's true, man.
And same with the police. The police were excellent. They did find fault for the other couple. They were a French couple, and no knock on French people. Yeah. They were very animated. And Thais don't like people that are very animated. So the main police guy, which you really didn't know was the main police guy, was kind of in the corner.
You said this.
Yeah, he got up, looked at the video, walked to him, and he hit him hard, right in the chest, and told him, You're at fault. Shut up.
Interesting.
That's the only English he spoke.
Is that right?
That's it. And then they came over to me, and he kind of bowed down to me, looked at me, and he told her to take him to the hospital right
Interesting.
now, to go back and make sure.
So they cut through all the smoke and mirrors and
Done.
just done.
Done. Now, once fault is claimed, like they say they're at fault,
Yes.
nothing is left but settlement.
Yeah.
They're going to impose a fine on him,
Yeah.
and then the negotiation with me on what they need to pay me, and they can't leave the country until then.
Interesting.
You know, and I don't want that of anyone. It wasn't about money. It's about
Well,
health.
the main thing, I was just going to say, at the end of the day,
It's
health.
Right.
It's
And
health.
if I always tell people, you know, what if I was that person in the situation? I'd want somebody to be kind to me.
Yeah.
And we're in a different country, you know, represent ourselves. That's all we can do is represent who we are. And I treat people how I want to be treated.
Yeah.
So I didn't hit him with a big,
No,
you know, and my partner had to take a month off, so the money went to her.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. She took care of me, you know, and so it ended up okay. I'm very, very lucky, very fortunate. This could have been a lot worse.
All's well that ends well.
Correct,
And
correct.
look, you had lots of questions from everybody because all the expats here are in the same boat. Some have had accidents, same experiences. Some, touch wood, won't have accidents,
Right.
but appreciate it.
But we're all, you know, with the percentage, 70 to 74%, it's all motorbike related. And we're
Yes.
here. And when you get on a motorbike, it frees you.
I agree.
It's completely different than driving
Well,
a car.
it's funny because in my mind, I'm on a horse. I'm horse riding.
Right, right.
You know, and it's free, it's air, but you've got to keep your eye on the other horses.
And and where I'm at, coming from like racing motorcycles, my mind has to slow down and say, I don't need to pass and do that and cut the gap. I just need to relax. I'm retired.
No, thank you. Anyway, so listen, I appreciate it. I've got, first off, any advice for either our members and or anybody that's going to watch this?
First thing is wear a helmet.
Good for you. I'm
If
glad
you get on the
said
bike for 2 minutes, you're going to 7-Eleven, it's just around the corner, put the helmet on. Just takes a second. Nobody's going to steal your helmet. Just leave your helmet on your bike. And number 2, have a Thai friend. Either somebody who speaks Thai or speaks English or one of each. Because without Tom, I was able to call my
you
friend
said
Tom.
that, yes.
Immediately he was there in 5 minutes. He brought his Thai girlfriend and she went with my injured partner and Tom was with me. And that kind of covered our interest because we don't know what's going on. I'm out of it.
You don't.
You know, and that kept everything in check.
Yeah, so
you know,
no, good advice. Helmet and close
get a
friend.
buddy. Yeah, absolutely. And if you get in that situation, the less you say, the better off you are.
I agree.
Have some decorum with the police.
Yes.
We're in Thailand.
They don't understand shouting and screaming. It's a different culture.
But as I sat there and I was quiet the entire time, the guy in the corner was watching me.
The puncher. The chest puncher.
Yeah, just watching.
Anyway, Shawn, here's your certificate.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's great.
Excellent.
Great.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right.
So look, again, all I can say is come along to meet us every Tuesday, Hotel Barracuda, the Expat Club, good camaraderie, good speakers, lots of interesting points. So we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Done.
All right, good.